fair. I appreciate what Judge Caputo did for me. The sentence is fair, but we do intend on appealing to the Third Circuit Court of Appeals, and we'll see what happens on appeal.
What do you think about what the prosecution is saying? Purposely didn't.
I have no further comment.
A sentence than he thought he would. What's going on?
He did. He was looking at, the standard range was 57 months. The court went well below that standard. If you look at Matt's sentence of 13 months, typically the federal government, you get 54 good days a year, plus the fact that Matt has 1 month that he already served in Lackawanna County Prison, which he gets credit for that, plus the fact that they parole to a halfway house within 6 months. Matt is roughly looking at about 3.5 months in prison. Although we're happy certainly with we thought the court was very fair in how to sentence my client. We certainly are going to be appealing. We're giving a notice of appeal within 10 days. And as you all have heard the court already state that there certainly is questions of law that we believe that are going to be decided favorably at the Third Circuit.
You said you still believe Matt's an innocent man here.
He is, and I think that all of you have been here. We're through the trial, and many of you have talked to me during the trial, many of you have talked to me after the trial. And I think all of us, as we stand here today, can honestly say, where was the evidence? It seems like the government has a new theory every day they come into court. There's another new theory here today, and I think the Third Circuit will see that for what it is, and I think that in the end, I think Matt will either get a new trial or certainly will be found innocent of writing a false police report. There was simply nothing false in the report.
Were you surprised by the sentence, given that he had overruled you on the guideline range issue?
I can't say I was surprised, but I was certainly pleased. You never know which way the court. I think Judge Caputo has been very fair, has been on the money throughout this whole trial and this whole ordeal, and I certainly wasn't sure. Maybe surprised might be a little strong, but I certainly wasn't sure what it was going to be.
Can you explain this whole crossroads issue as to why that was even an issue regarding the obstruction of justice? How does that come into place? He's not convicted of obstruction of justice.
Well, that's a very good question. The government stated that my client filed obviously a false police report, and he was charged with filing a false police report. But what the government did was twofold. The government, number one, went, and as the court has already ruled, the government went and stated, hey, you know what, this was a voluntary manslaughter. So when they went off of the boys, off the children of voluntary manslaughter, that increased the guidelines. Then the government went and said, due to the fact that they obstructed a federal investigation, due to the fact that it was allegedly a voluntary manslaughter, basically what the government did was try to trump the guidelines, trying to raise it and raise it and raise it, to throw everything at not only the boys, but my client, Matt Nestor, as well as Mr. Moyer, tried to throw everything at them with the kitchen sink. And that was just their way of doing just that. I think that issue of being sentencing under voluntary and involuntary, all those things are going to be addressed at the Third Circuit. That was a good question.
Would you say your first month's name for us?
Joseph Nahas.
Spell Nahas?
N-A-H-A-S. Thanks, guys.
That
Take
appeal
care.
should be filed.
You as well?
Excuse me, ma'am?
Don't tell me I'm going to get over
Well, naturally, I'm not pleased with the 3-month sentence, but I did not lie to the FBI. I fully cooperated with them. My lawyer is going to file an appeal, and we'll see what happens down the road so I can clear my name, hopefully.
So you say you still walk around Shenandoah, your hometown, with your head held high?
I do, and I don't know. Naturally, I'm disappointed, but the support I got from Shenandoah was unbelievable. My family, friends, and neighbors, they were all there for me, and they'll still always be there for me. The hard part for me is my son's going to be a senior this year at Shenandoah Valley High School, and so I'll miss the first month, but other than that, I'll do my time, and hopefully my lawyer can clear my name with an appeal. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. Like that, I don't know. But we had numerous 911 calls from the Shenandoah County Communications Center, priority calls, that there was an Hispanic male with a gun chasing kids at the Little League field. My partner and I, in the police car, flew into the parking lot there. A man came running up on his cell phone, talked to my partner. I was looking to see who had a gun, and had an open 911 line to the comm center. In his first 15 seconds, he never said anything about a man with a gun to my partner. But I said, I'm not sure when he said it, because I was looking out the window trying to get the spotlight on the field, and of course I said, they asked me, when did he say it? And I said, when he came running up to the police car. And here it was 15 seconds later. That's the lie I was convicted of. Because on tape, the first 15 seconds was an open 911 line. I didn't say it then. That's it. That's all I was convicted of.
So you were convicted of not saying that somebody told you a man was looking at the kid with a gun? Okay.
Right. It's just like the FBI come up to me and just started talking to me. I know them. I worked on other investigations with them. I just saying that's what I think happened. Are you sure? I said, I'm not exactly sure when he said this or that. But it was when he came running up to the car. And here it was 15 seconds after he came running up to the car. That's it.
But he did tell you that there was a man.
Yes, yeah. And I wish you could see the FBI reports, his grand jury testimony, his voluntary statement. He's the one who identified the gunman to us. You know? But it's hard to bring statements out in court because they're not like sworn testimony and stuff. But I wish you could see his grand jury testimony, his FBI 302 reports, and his voluntary statement. Everything in there backs up everything I said. But it's the way the FBI asked me it, and I said it's when he came running up to the police car. And here was 15 seconds later he said it to us after he hung up on the 911 tape.
There was a 911 call about a man with a gun?
Numerous calls, and the Schuylkill County dispatchers testified here. Priority calls, they called the Shenandoah police, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah. But thank you, folks, be careful.
See you later.